Okay, guys, so it is Tuesday, February 28th, last day of Team Cup, last day of February, and I'm super excited because we have a guest speaker on our call today, one of my faves. You want up here, Meadow? Sorry, as a pretense, I have 4 kids here and 2 are sick. And one of the sick ones is the 1-year-old, who may be on and off my lap. But Danielle Mullen is my success partner. She lives in Meadville, so she drives about an hour and a half maybe to the Pittsburgh Super Saturdays. She's going to the one again in April. We've done trainings together because Melanie does a lot of trainings, and I would keep an eye out for that this, the April weekend. She may do more trainings, and they're usually pretty cheap, which is amazing. But so Mullen is a Success Club All-Star, almost legend, right? When's your legend? 4 more months? Okay, so in 4 months, she will be a Success Club legend, which means as of right now, she has had 20 consistent months of Success Club. And she does that by being consistent on her social media and doing a power hour every day. And Mullen, like myself, suffers from depression, anxiety. So we have our days, our weeks where we really struggle to get those invites out and to get our stuff done. But, we rely on our team and our Success Club partners. And even if we do miss some days, we don't take our foot off the gas. We know Success Club is important, and, we have our goals in mind. So, even though it's a struggle that we deal with, Elsie, I'm on the call. Please just go watch the movie. Stop it. And I totally lost it. She is a success starter, which means that she hit Success Club in her first 3 months of coaching and got a free ticket to Summit, which is amazing. What? No. Then you wait your turn, okay? No, you guys have been driving me crazy all morning. Go. You stinker butt. I need to turn this over. Turn the show over. Okay. So what she's going to talk to us about today is social media. And Mullen is really good. So she follows Melanie Mitro. We always tease her that, she needs a shirt of what would MM do, or WWMMD. No, WWMMD. But she's really good at following Melanie and taking Melanie's, trainings. She hacked into Melanie Mitro's training for us, which is super awesome. But she takes inspiration from top coaches and makes her own posts. She doesn't copy and paste, and she watches how if you watch Mullen's social media and you watch Melanie Mitro, they have a lot in common of how they make their pictures and how they make their posts. And she's really good at taking that inspiration and making it her own. Not copying another coach, because that's not what we're doing here. But using what works for someone else, because you can't duplicate a person, but you can duplicate a process. So she's really good at doing that. So today she's going to talk to us about social media, how to use social media to rock your biz, how to stay consistent with social media, and how to use social media to hit Success Club. So I am going to turn it over and mute myself with all these munchkins I have over here, and take it away, Mullen Bags.
All right. Thank you. You guys can hear me okay? Okay. So yeah, with social media, and it gets beat like a dead horse. I think that's the saying. But you cannot be successful in this business without being consistent on social media. And it doesn't matter what platform you use, but you have to be consistent. And that was probably one of the very first things that I learned when I started coaching, and I had no idea how to post. I had no idea what I was doing, but April kept saying it, and all of the YouTube videos that I was watching kept saying it. So every single day, and if you go back through my Facebook from the day I signed up as a coach, every single day I have posted at least 3 times. There may be a few weekends or something where I only posted twice a day, but I have never not posted at least twice a day. And it's not all Beachbody. It's not all just my personal life. It's kind of a mix of both. And we need to think of our social media. And I know a lot of people are really nervous to put themselves out there, and to other people might judge you. Other people might, make fun of you. I mean, I have friends still that like mock me because I post on social media. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, you can unfollow me. We can still be best friends in real life. You don't have to be friends with me on Facebook. But your social media is your storefront. When you friend request somebody, or when someone is coming to look at your page, or if you send somebody a random message, the very first thing they're going to do is go to your Facebook page. And if you are posting, things that are negative, if you're just posting stock photos, if you're posting things that you're sharing, like funny videos and stuff every day, and people can't tell that you are into health and fitness, that is going to hurt your credibility. And if we're messaging people about joining a challenge group, about a healthy lifestyle, they need to be able to go to your page and see that you walk the walk and you talk the talk. And that is why I've started I do 3 to 4 posts a day. One is always my workout. One is always like motivation or some kind of inspiration, something uplifting. And then 1 or 2 are just my life. And every Beachbody post isn't a join my challenge group, isn't a, new coach training starting. It can just be, I felt like crap. I didn't want to work out. I pushed play. I got through 30 minutes and my day was so much better. You want to add value, and people need to go to your page and see that you have something to offer, and you want people to want to go to your page. Like, I have people that if I have a slow morning, because I'm not a morning person, if I don't post by like noon, there's a handful of people that will message me and be like, are you okay? You haven't posted yet. And that's what you want. You want people that want to follow you, that are going to your page just to see what you're up to. And that's, by posting 3 to 4 times a day, you're building trust with people. And I have people too that have messaged me and they're like, I know this is totally random and you have no idea who I am, but I love following your page. You seem so fun. You seem so genuine. And they're like, I just wanted you to know that I really love following your page. And that's what I want. Like, even if I never sell them a challenge pack, the fact that somebody wants to come to my page to see what I'm up to is pretty cool. The other thing is that you need to be clear on your message. And this, I've seen a lot of this with other coaches that I have on my newsfeed, is they're Beachbody coaches, but every week they're posting that they're hosting a unique party, or they're hosting a LuLaRoe party, or they're trying to hit a goal for a Posh sale or something. You need to be consistent, and your followers need to know that you are Beachbody. Now, I mean, there's nothing wrong with like every now and then hosting an event or something, but you need people to know that you are Beachbody, and they need to know that they can come to you for health and fitness. And I know there's one girl that's another coach in New York that I think of. She does Beachbody, she does Unique, she does Posh, I think she does LuLaRoe too. And you go to her page and it's just like links everywhere and you have no idea what she's really about. So just really be clear and make sure that people know which company you're with and what it can do for them. Like Melissa said, I follow Melanie. I take a lot of inspiration from her. I made the mistake of, when I started, I followed every successful coach. Like, I was following like 50 top 100 coaches. And what I found was my newsfeed was flooded with these Beachbody coaches. And then I was like, well, I don't even know what to post, because they're posting this and they're posting that. Should I post that? Should I do that? Should I make my picture look like that? And it was just, I was like almost paralyzed because there were so many coaches. And then I was like, I can't even come up with original content because all I'm thinking of is what I saw on their posts. So I went through and unfollowed every coach except Melanie Mitro, Bonnie Engel, Christina Delgado. I think there's maybe like 2 more, but I follow 5 coaches, and they're ones that I can relate to, that I really like their posts, and then I have them so that I see them first, and then they pop in my news feed, and I can kind of see what they're up to, what they're posting about, but my whole news feed isn't slammed with all these other coaches. And what I do is I love how Melanie makes hers personal, especially her workout posts. Every morning, in the morning, she's going to have a workout post. There's going to be a positive quote on it, and she's going to have some kind of value. So I just hiccuped. She doesn't just post her sweaty selfie and say, crush day 4 of the 21-day fix. She'll put a quote on there that she finds off Pinterest. She makes it her own, and she talks about how she felt. And there's a lot of her posts that say, I didn't want to get out of bed at 5:30. I wanted to sleep in. The boys are sick. My husband's home. And she really talks so that she can connect with people, and they can say, yeah, that's me. Or, yeah, I feel the same way. And then that is how she's building relationships. So that's kind of what I try and do is I will post my workout every day. I'm not as consistent about being in the morning as she is, but I will find a quote on Pinterest. I will slap it into my photo, and then I will post the quote, and I will post like a little blurb just about either helping somebody get motivated, helping somebody feel inspired, or how I was feeling. And then I've had so many people comment on my photos or message me and say, I needed to see that today. Like, thank you. And it's people that don't want to do Beachbody. It's people that go to a gym, that do CrossFit, and I know that, and I've invited them, and they say, no, thank you. But they're still commenting, and they're still watching. The other thing with pictures, and this goes back to your Facebook is your storefront. You need to have good pictures. I can't say that enough. I'm not saying you have to go out and buy a brand new iPhone 7, but you need to make sure that your pictures are clear, that they're not really grainy and dark. There have been days where I have turned on every light in my house and brought lamps in just so that I had good lighting to take a picture. Because, and we learned this at the training in Pittsburgh, people scroll and they have the attention span of about, I think it's like 3 seconds on Facebook. It's like 8 seconds total, but on Facebook, you literally have a thumb swipe to catch somebody's attention. So if your picture is dark and grainy and nobody really can see it, they're going to slide right by. So that's why I really make sure that pictures are bright. And I've even had days where our lighting has been really good in the house because it's sunny out, and I will put makeup on and I will do like 3 different outfits and take pictures just so that I have them, because the lighting in my house is terrible. If it's bright outside, I usually am okay. If it's cloudy, it's like a dungeon in here. So I've done that. And the other thing is, don't be afraid to filter the crap out of your pictures. I'm not saying like completely Photoshop them, but I will take my phone and I'll take a picture and I will put it into an app and brighten it. I will then put it into a like a screen or a face app and like smooth out my face. I'll put it into another app and do like a blurred out background, and then I'll put it into an app and put words on it. And it sounds like it's a ton of work, but it literally takes me 5 extra minutes, and my picture goes from to, okay, somebody, that's scroll stopping. And, so many people are overwhelmed with filters and all that stuff. So just start slow. You don't have to be a phone guru. You can start slow, start small, but I really, really can't say enough about how your picture looks is going to be effective in whether or not people stop. And even try it for yourself. Slide through your Facebook and see what pictures catch your eye, and then see what about it caught your eye. They are Lumi. And I know Amazon has one too. It's like a generic, but it's the same. So my app, let me grab my phone.
The Diva light is the thing that April has, and it's a big thing, and that's more like on a stand or on a desk for like videos and things like that. And I
think it's like $200 too.
Yeah, I think it's expensive. So that's more like, you know, down the road when you're really trying to do like professional things or whatever. But for now, apps.
Yeah. Another thing too, and this is just kind of like a little tip, is when I go live, if I'm sitting at my computer, because you can only go live on a phone or a tablet, I will open my Mac and make the screen as bright as it can and pull up like a blank email so that it's white. And then I put my phone in front of it, and it's like a ring light. It makes it so bright. So that has been really cool. And I actually did it by accident. And I was like, oh my God, that works perfect. So I will do that if I'm going live or if I'm recording a video so that it's brighter. But the apps that I use all the time are, and I can type these in the comments too. I use iMovie for all my videos. I use Camera Plus, Photofy, WordSwag, Snapseed, and Perfect 365 is what I use like for to make my skin look better. Now that one you can get a little carried away with. Please do not like Photoshop these crazy big eyelashes and stuff like that. So let me type these in.
What app do you do your wording? Like the Melanie Mitchell like quotes on the side. Is that WordSwag or is that on the laptop?
That's usually WordSwag. Sometimes,
on your phone?
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes.
You froze. I need WordSwag though, because I like how you do your come back to us, Mullen. Like even how she makes like the lines and the font and the boxes behind it. I thought that was all on.
Lori froze too.
What?
Lori froze too.
Word phrase?
No, Lori, she froze.
Oh.
I mean, everybody froze but us.
Just us.
Oh, okay. I think I'm back.
Okay, there we go. Yes.
I was like, yep. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah. So did that come through? The Snapseed and all that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the ones that I use. I mean, I have a ton on here.
Can you walk us through your app process? Can you list them? Yeah.
Okay. So
like what do you use for like what is, you know?
Okay, so I will take a picture. So let's say like this morning I took my workout picture and my face was kind of left. So I threw it into Perfect 365 and there's like a skin smoothing thing. So I smoothed out my skin and really that was all that I did because the picture was far away. But if it's like a close one, sometimes I'll add some eyelashes. I will... What's the other one? Oh, you can take dark circles under your skin away. I mean, there's a ton of options on it. Those are really the only ones I do because I don't want it to look too fake and have people be like, yeah, that's not anything like what she looks like in real life. So I put it into 365. I save it. I pop it into, then I usually will put it into Camera Plus, put a filter on it. Then if I want to add a blur, I will stick it into Snapseed and I'll blur the outside. And then if I'm adding words, then I'll pop it into WordSwag and put my quote on. And then I put it into Facebook.
Question. So Snapseed to blur the background. There's also a blurred background in Camera Plus. Now, do you not use that one because you can't do that and like the HDR filter? Is that why you use Snapseed or is Snapseed blur better?
I use Snapseed because it gives you more options. You can adjust how much you blur it, and you can adjust how big your section of blur is.
Okay, cool.
So that's why I use Snapseed. And Snapseed is great too. If you need to brighten a photo, you can put it in there and you can brighten it up so that it's not as dark. So if I have one that's a little dark, I'll brighten it too.
Are all of these free and all of these iPhone, Android, or do you know?
They're all iPhone. I know that because I have an iPhone. WordSwag, you have to pay for.
Is it cheap? Is it a couple bucks?
Yeah, I think it was maybe $3.99, but I use it all the time. So for me, it was worth it.
Right.
All the other ones, I'm pretty sure are free. Snapseed, I might have had to pay for, but all the other ones are free. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I do. I make sure, even if I am like on my deathbed, or if we are gone all day and I don't get a single thing on my power hour done, I am still posting. I mean, there have been days where we've been gone like all day and we're getting ready to walk into dinner and I'm like, hold on, I got to make a post, because if I don't do it now, I'm going to forget. And then, so every single day I'm at least posting three to four times. And like I said, I mix it up pretty much every day with one health and fitness, one motivation, and then one or two just my life. But yeah, you have to post. You have to post to be consistent. People have to trust you, and that's how you build the trust, is just people seeing that you're showing up every single day. And I know for me, if people message me, the first thing I do is go to their page and check out what they're about. So you want somebody to be able to go to your page and say, okay, yeah, this is her life. And the other thing that I do that's been really helpful is it's easy to kind of get off track and start leaning towards either all Beachbody or no Beachbody at all, is once a week I will go through and do like a self-evaluation on my post. So I will look at what I've posted in the last week, and it's been a lot easier now that every day I do like one health, one motivation in that. But before, I wasn't as good as I thought I would, and I would go back through my page and I would be like, oh my God, it's been a week and I haven't done a challenge group post. Or it's been a week and I'm slamming people with Beachbody and they don't know anything else about my life. So if I do that once a week, it's kind of a good check and balance for me to stay on track without getting, a month down the road and then I go to invite for a challenge group and I haven't posted about a challenge group in a month. So that I found that's really helpful, because then I can either kind of course correct or get back on track or stop posting about something. But that's pretty much the gist of what I do. Did you guys have any other questions? I mean, and I know like Melissa had said, the big thing is you don't want to just copy and paste, because people can read right through that. And there is nothing more annoying to me. I can always tell when Unique does like a promo, because every single one of my people on my newsfeed have the same photo, the same wording, and it's just annoying. So don't copy and paste. And there's nothing. I will copy Melanie's posts and put it into a Word document, and I will just use it for inspiration, but I will go through and I will pretty much change everything, but just to make sure I still get the gist. Because if I copy and pasted most of hers, it would talk about being a stay-at-home mom to 2 boys, and people are going to be like, what?
Exactly. Like if you copy and paste somebody else's, you're going after their target market, not yours. And especially top coaches, because top coaches know how to talk to their target market. So they are specifically talking to their target market. So if you're copy and pasting from somebody else, you're not going to get your target market. You're not going to find those people who are going to connect with you.
And that actually,
go ahead.
That brings up a really good point. With posting, know who your target market is. If you don't have any idea who your target market is, just take a piece of paper, sit down, and make a list of things about you that you would want to have in common with someone else. So like for me, I don't have kids, so my target market is not moms. I'm a dog person, so my target market is dog moms.
I'll tell you her target market based on her social media. So her target market, she's a dog mom. She loves horses. She has a history of an eating disorder and depression. And
she likes easy meals.
And she hates balloons.
I do. I hate balloons. And I get tagged in so many. There's
shit, because people know that you like that and you do that. And like I get Aldi stuff all the time, oil stuff, like everybody tags April in avocado shit.
Yeah.
Like, so your target like people will start picking up on the things that you like, on the things
they do. And then they'll tag you in it and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I thought of you, Danielle." I'm like, "Yeah, that's pretty much my life."
Right?
So that's another thing is you really can't post on social media until you know your niche market. And don't force it. Like you don't want to reach everybody. You want to drill it down into who you connect with, because you can't fake.
Try to talk to everybody. You will help no one.
Nobody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
This was really good. Do you guys have any questions about social media, anything like that? Also, just for on recording here. So, obviously network marketing is becoming the thing on social media. So I would suggest that you go into your settings on your laptop in Facebook and make your friends list private, because you don't want other people from other marketing companies poaching your friends list or things like that, because you've worked hard to make those connections, and that's your target market. So, they're going about it wrong anyways, but just last week I went through and I didn't even know it was a thing. I was like, oh, I didn't even know you could do that. So if you go into your privacy and your settings, you can set it to make your friends list, private. And I suggest that as well. If you go to Melanie Mitro's friends, they're private. Like you can't add her friends. It's protecting your relationships and all of that. Trying to think. So like even your social media presentation, if you want to go to Mullen's page or my page, you can pick out 5 photos or 4 photos, on your page that everyone sees. And you can have a little bio about you. So then you have a profile picture and a cover photo. So your cover photo, you can look at ours. It's, I think mine is some pictures of my family. My like page is a little bit more business, but your profile picture should be you. It should be a picture of you where they can see your face, you're smiling, and they know who you are. You're not in a big group of people. I know that a lot of my team were all moms. That's for the cover photo. Put the pictures of you and your kids in the cover photo. The profile picture should be you. It should be just you. They should know who you are, which one you are in that picture, and who they're talking to. Also going live, huge for personality, showing who you are, because there are things that don't come through on posts. There are pieces of you and parts of you and emotions that you, exude when you are live that they don't get via post. And we were talking about this on Mullen's call yesterday. When you're sending messages, use that voice option because it's more personal. You're going to come through more. The whole point is get that relationship, get that trust. You want to be someone that they're like, I wonder what Melissa's doing today. And that they head over to your page or that they miss your post or, things like that. I will often, and you'll start to see those people too, because I'll often get notifications where one person has liked 4 or 5 of my posts. So I know they went to my page and looked at my post and liked them all in a row. So if you get, you'll get those notifications when people, and you can tell that person went to your page or they saw one post and then they went to your page to look at more, because how our news feeds are, they don't see all your posts at once. So if somebody's liking multiple posts at one time, they were searching you out. Or they saw one post and it took you to your page. So you pay attention to things like that. What posts are all these people liking that are the same? What posts get the most interaction? Is it your kids? Is it your business? And, So I know that those big challenge group posts, those call to action posts, are not going to have 250 likes. They're not going to have 27 comments, but they still need to happen. They still need to happen because you're dropping seeds. You're planting seeds. So when you're sending your private messages, they have something to go to. They have something to back up. It's a credibility for you. And you're always putting that idea in their head that they can join you. We talk about this a lot. Can people know what you do by the last 5 to 10 posts in your social media? Do they know these 3 things? Do they know you're a health and fitness coach? Do they know that they can join you? And do they know that you run challenge groups or free groups? Like, do they know those 3 things about you in the last few days? And I'm not talking about a call to action post every day. Jab, 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 right hook, guys. Jab, jab, jab. And then that right hook is the call to action to let them know that they can join you every few days while you're dropping these seeds. So, I mean, it's your social media is your masterpiece. It really is. And the more that you share what makes you different, the more you stand out in a world of noisy social media. Guys, I never thought that I would share that. I mean, even yesterday, I shared that I have scars on my wrist from my past. I mean, I get into it. And I do that because it says something, it sends a message to those following me that I am putting myself out there. I am putting myself out there to help someone else, and it creates trust. When you share the pieces of you that you struggle with, the pieces of you that are hard to share, when you share that, it makes a real connection, like a real connection and a trust, because the world isn't made that way. You know, I know that, you know, now I have some people who I see them celebrating 1 year, 2 year clean or sober, but it's because of my target market since I did that. And guys, it helps me too. It helps me too. This is not the first time in my life that I've quit drinking. It's the first time that I've been successful at it. It's the first time that I've owned it. It's the first time that I've used it to help others. And in turn, that helps me. So these things that you're struggling with, like being accountable on social media and using them to help and motivate and influence and inspire other people, will also help you in return. So, and I know it's hard to share those things. And it's not all about the struggle, but guys, you got to think about it. The people who you're trying to help, are they in the struggle part of their life, or are they in the success part of your life? Those struggles are so important to them. That's what makes us real. That's why being a coach while you're going through your journey is so powerful, because you can relate. You guys have any questions for Mullen? Thanks so much, lady. This was a good call. I'm so glad.
You're welcome. And even like yesterday, I shared a big post about eating disorders, and I had 5 people message me and say, I never ever would have guessed that you went through something like that.
Yep. And this week is National Eating Disorder Week. Today, my Transformation Tuesday is going to be a friend of mine who passed away in September from an eating disorder. I'm going to share her story. So when things like this happen, like, national awareness for whatever, share something. If you don't have a story of your own, share someone else's, or just give a little bit of like good body love and motivation. Mullen, you're frozen. I don't know if you're there or not. Just kind of took over the show because you're like, but, use those things in life to relate and to share a story, to inspire or uplift someone, because, as many bad days as we have, other people are having those too. And I'm sure that there has been a day where you were thankful that your newsfeed, all right, it kicked up Mullen off. I'm sure that there have been days where you were thankful that your newsfeed was full of Beachbody coaches, because you needed to see what they were showing today. That you needed to see that motivation and that inspiration, and you need to be that for the rest of your newsfeed. But you also, Mullen gave some really good tips about how to be that scroll stopper and that show stopper on Facebook and social media. So, really look into these apps. Look into those apps, play around with them, track your social media posts, see what gets the good interaction, see what plummets. And if it's a Beachbody challenge post, don't take that personally, because honestly, like a call to action challenge group post, sometimes people are embarrassed to come on those threads. They don't want, because when you comment on a thread, all your friends see it. And sometimes, they may not want the rest of the world to know that they're struggling or that they need help. And so sometimes you get a private message, or sometimes they just watch. And sometimes that's the first seed. They're like, okay, well, I'm just going to see where she's going with this. Like, I'm just not ready yet. And so you need to continue to show up and show results of people that you're working with to show that it works, as well as yourself. All right, so that's it, guys. The kids in the other room are getting a little ratty, so I'm going to hop off here unless you guys have any questions. And I copied those apps from the chat, and I will share them in our group. And when Krista will share the recording with us today. And I will see you guys next Tuesday. And yeah, so if you didn't watch the call from last night on Mullen's team that I shared, you need to watch it today, because it is the last day of the month. There is still time for Success Club. And even if you don't make Success Club today, set yourself up for an easier March. Set yourself up to start off March strong. Hey, booger face. And just make your life easier on yourself. Don't let off the gas. Don't say, I didn't make Success Club this month, I'll just wait until next month. No, that's not an option. That's like your client saying, well, I'll wait until Monday. Every day is Monday. Make today Monday. It's day one, or it's one day, guys. All right. Have a great day. Go change some lives. I will see you guys all next week, and I'll keep you posted about the coach training and things to come. I'll probably go live later in the week with all that. Okay. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for hopping on.